Famous to all the baby where don't work me at, where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough. I no get nothing for offer. To all the party when look down on me, where don't make me feel like say the life no go become something, yeah. And they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, they say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. People that see me life now, they don't get turned now. Famous and the name now. You know go fit say, you don't know me now. Anytime I like a flight to Dubai now.
Yes, flight to Dubai, but I not go Dubai. Good evening and welcome to another episode of your favorite talk show, The Talk to M Show. They come to you every Tuesday 8 p.m. On Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I know say it is small when I see me for the past two Tuesdays. You have been listening to repeated shows or you not see me at all. But I'm here now, and I'm here to stay. And thank you if you watch me on Facebook. Thank you for being a part of the show. If you listen to me on radio, thank you, and not change the dial. This is not your favorite show, a show where we designed for help young people, young people for navigate this thing called life, and call out some of these social challenges, the social problems that we don't normalize in this country. We're not supposed to normalize, and we figure out ways and means for let we navigate those murky waters. Let the mistakes that we make. Let it be one day when they come, let them not make them mistakes, and at least let them get enough information for make the right choices in life. And I am your host, Mulku Sulaiman Bangura, and as I say, the show they come to every Tuesday. So please stay with me. It's a 1 hour show. Today we get I would say the topic will be planned out. We guess they're not show up for that. However, don't fret. We get a package for you, and today we can talk about creatives, people in the creative industry. And when I say creative industry, I mean if you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're a creative artist, if you you do draw or whatever you do, if you're whatever form of musician, whether you sing, whether you play instrument, it's a general. Once you fall within the creative category, there. We they talk about some of the challenges, not all locals. If I had to talk about all the challenges, are no common here. We they talk about some of the challenges creatives face. Now, I know I like the topic too broad, so now I make say some and creatives. So we go now and down to just personal challenges. It not gonna be challenges of the studio. It not gonna be challenges of the market. That's a separate conversation on its own. And so we will just limit time to just some of the challenges creatives face. We always get something for talk about, and we will also talk about some of the solutions and how these creatives, or if you find yourself inside that creative industry, how to overcome some of the challenges they are we face. You can also be a part of the show. You can call me on 079. Please call me. I want to hear you voice. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear you take. I want to hear you comment. If you get question or even if you get criticism, once a respectful, please I want to hear him, and how whatever it is, so that this show will come out fine for me and you too. So call or send me a message on 079 994-993, and you can also be a part of the show. Stay tuned, and I will take a short break. When I come back, we will go deep into the topic what they can discuss today.
Famous and the name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a flight to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I they buy now. Turn down, cause me I let they turn down, and let they run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. Check up your body, all about the gladiator. Check up your body to the beat, for this one where we there, people go come inside your life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The reason why someone go stay, now only God know. The reason why someone go go, now God himself know. Me brother, me I no go regret. If you decide for go, it's happened for a reason. Now only God know. What you get for no say, it's never the end. Cause the downfall of a man, no, not to the end of a life. And then they give up, and then they turn down. Every day and they turn up. See me color, it pop up. Famous, not the name now. You know what say, you don't know me now.
Yes, welcome back from a short break. This is now your favorite talk show, the Talk to M show, where they come to you every Tuesday on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And I am your host, Mulku Sulaiman Bangoa. Thank you for being a part of the show. You can send me a text message on 0799949993 or call me on 0799949993. Today is going to be a solo show. I'll be planned for talk about something. I want to continue my conversation on the effect of the U.S. visa ban on Sierra Leone with current students where they overseas, where they some the England, some the U.S. For talk about the ban and how it affect them. But we go shelve down there for next week, and as we will continue the conversation there. So today we always get something for talk about, and I decided to say let me handle some of the challenges creatives and they face in the creative industry, in the entertainment industry. Now, let's start off with, by the way, I have never been a musician. I have never been an artist. I would say I've been a part of the creative people because I play drums. And I don't do music for a while now, but I never publish any song yet. So I don't call myself a creative. But I understand some of the challenges creatives face. I understand some of the challenges, these people go through. I listen to it. I listen to podcasts. I've listened to them, then talk to me, then share their story personally. I have done my research, and as well, are fully versed around some of the challenges that they face. And sometimes then they hesitate for talk this thing publicly in the open, so then go confide in people personally. Sometimes some of them can be okay for talk about them personally. Some don't even say a word about them, and whatever they can say is not a generic thing apply for or to everybody. It's subjective basically. So if you're out there, you will just choose what you feel say apply to you, and then if it apply to you, then fine. If not apply to you, then it's not for you. And I can always start off by saying I'm not the highest grade of reading in the dispensary. Now I'm the strongest Avenger. Which doesn't mean me not an expert on anything. I just try, give my opinion, and then feel free for disagree with me. But that's not why we are not there for give you one size fits all or give you a amen or amen. Okay? I'm here to be challenged, and once it makes sense, then I'll like for you from you. Okay, straight to it to the talk about creatives. Let's start off with people already in the music industry. Over time, one thing I've noticed is, personally, and I will limit and force to salon. People, for being a creative, especially as a musician, if you do music, if you write songs and then you do songs, it's a hard thing to do. It takes a toll on you individually. Now, we're all blessed with talent, God-given talent. Everybody gets a God-given talent. That's the way God gave away make a sabidoam. There's a perfection to it. For instance, if you're not a musician, you don't one day write music, but you're not a footballer, you sabi play ball, wonderful. If they can't give you say can write the song and go do the song, now jabla you do. You just struggle for the one because they come naturally, right? But if they put you in a football field, because it's natural, once you see that ball, you go into waiting and call a flow state. You don't even know waiting they prompt you, and for you begin touch the ball, you begin make the runs, and you score goals. Like you did in the perfectly flow state, you are taken over by this inner thing inside you, right? And so, people went into music. The best songs we hear so far, the best music we hear so far, is actually how I go put them. It's actually it's the it's the voice of a carefully crafted song that is being written, and you dey feed off of the energy from the creative in aid or in pen. What I mean by that? Most of the beautiful songs we dey listen to, right? The song we get certain feelings to it. I dey try for say, for let the artist able write that song. If for instance, it dey write about in life story, right? It dey write about how a struggle really come up in a life. Okay, when it dey pen and down, if the artist dey pen a true story, you dey feel the emotion in the words. And when it go na studio, for go actually lay the track na studio, then they lay the track with a lot of emotion. That energy where the artist puts behind the song, that is the same energy that transfers to you when they listen to that song. That's why the song go make sense to you, especially if you highly relatable. If waiting and they talk about speaks to a similar experience or a near similar experience or something where you know somebody will experience. And so for this artist, for let a day in that state, okay, imagine it don't do, let's say they go to a studio, they go do a well written song, a well versed song, right? About in life, about which the struggles that we go through. It apply emotions on the words, and then when you listen to those words appeal to you emotionally. And whilst those words appeal to you emotionally, because of the energy we give to the song in the studio, as they lay the song, that energy transfers to you. You listen to the song, it puts you in a certain mood, and you feel the vibe, and you love the song. Now, because humans are insatiable, what in that mean? It means say we ask for satisfy, we know they satisfy. This artist automatically don't become your favorite artist. And waiting next to the want for do now for let this artist continue for give you the song then way go make you feel good. The song the way go make you say this artist damn too good. This artist is consistent. As a consumer and as a listener to some of these songs, what we not can think about now the fact say for let an artist day in a creative mode for lay a song or write a song, sometimes it comes for most artists it comes naturally. What do I mean by that? For some artists then go tell you say you ask and say man it don't take almost weeks now. That song for me pull that song we hits the tongue. We enjoy that song though. Why? What happen? You know they write song again. The audience they begin pressure the artist because they expect or the frequency at which they expect the song sent for the cam and they get and so. And then the byproduct of that now the fact that the artists they become they under pressure now because they want to satisfy a growing audience simply because the producer go to harass them, the manager then go to pressure them, all because of they want more money around what they offer. And then this artist now is under pressure for constantly create. Wherein some artists and most artists, their inspiration or they come, they not induce the inspiration. What I mean by induce the inspiration? They know they sit down no more than get the inspiration for write. And they don't want to write any song. Right? Because I want to give me audience authentic song. And it take me time for get myself into that creative state. So I go write song. I go write a song where everybody go appeal to. And so what happens is it becomes a serious challenge. Sometimes it even affect the artist mentally. Because the audience they pressure them for give the song. The producer said they pressure them. And then they feel like they don't meet the demand of the market. And then it becomes a big problem. Now, why I say a big problem, the artist they look for ways and means now for induce that inspiration, that mood. And this is the reason why most artists they indulge in negative coping strategy for induced inspiration. Most of them go into alcohol, most of them go into drugs, most of them go into those harmful traditional medicines or harmful synthetic drugs, so that they will induce that state for being creative. Now, the creative state is not. If you talk to very good musicians, very good artists, then will always tell you, go in and they tell you, say, I not get the inspiration for write a song yet. Especially songwriters. Some the solution where they can get to that, they go pay people write them. People write for them. The disadvantage is most of the time where they go pay for let somebody write for you. The person know they actually reflect what you feel, or you know they reflect what you want to say, or sometimes you know they even write in your voice. I listened to all interview by R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly wrote that song for Michael Jackson. You are not alone. He wrote that song for You Will Not Be Known. He wrote that song for Michael Jackson. When they interview him, he say it took him some weeks for get into the creative state for write like Michael Jackson. For write like he said, he write the song. It imagine Michael singing the song, like Michael performed the song. He had to be in that state for make he write that song there, so that it will actually reflect Michael in personality, Michael in voice, and Michael in how they call himself, in rich performing qualities. He had to induce himself into that stage there. For him, according to the interview, not state exactly what he do, but say for him, he had to envision. Yeah, he began for put himself. Let he imagine Michael. That is what happens to writers. If you're not getting a writer like that, we're intentional about thinking about the artist, thinking about how the artist will voice him and say him. I like he writes that beautiful song, a Guillaume. You know, whoever able to execute that song, because that song was not written for you. It was not written in your voice. It wasn't written for your audience. It wasn't written for your consumption. So you know, whoever make name, and that is how most artists they can easily fall on the wayside, because they start producing song, they will know they hit again because they not lost that inspiration, or quote unquote they not get to that state for beginning write songs, all because of the pressure from the audience, the pressure from the managers, the pressure from everybody else for letting continue to give them best. I'm saying all of this to say these are the quiet battles artists then go through. As the show they go, I would bring artists them for either confirm or deny which are they say so. So you self now us go begin approach these artists with some amount of grace and understand, say, for be in a creative state, it's not an easy thing. It's not a switch where they switch the brain, say come in a creative state. It's not a switch. It takes time. Sometimes for some people now something they happen to them and then they get into that creative state, then get the inspiration. For some people, then go just walk on a street and then snap, then go into a flow state. That's why for some musicians, once they go into that creative state, they start writing. They start, then not forget, they put on down straight away, because that's how then they able to induce that creative state. And it, like I say, for most people, it doesn't come easily. It takes time. And so when they're not able, they go now into negative coping strategies. Some man now, it will tell you, say, I need for smoke weed. I need for take 4-5 pack weed. And what happens when they take weed, it trigger the brain. Then it actually it like a mimic, it mimic the dopamine inside the brain and trigger them, so that it will put you in a state where you go there and you feel according to you get the inspiration. When you're there in that state, whatever you do, like I can always say, it heighten 10 times, 15 times. It heighten. So if you are there in that state and you're thinking about something, it heighten them. That is why most of them they go into the negative coping strategies, and so they go induce that inspiration stage for write then songs them, for write waiting in the right, for some people it comes in easily. Some man are sleepy, they sleep, they dream exactly waiting for right. It's like they get God, they tell and say write this song away you wake in the morning, it gets very good brain power and memory power for write everything we remember on a piece of paper, and then they take them go to studio and then they lay them. You understand? For some people, sometimes now in picking you go see on your loved ones, and then they get that kind of inspiration. For some people, when you don't get the inspiration once, it disappear, it doesn't come back, and it is struggle for get that inspiration. That is where the challenge comes in, and then it results into the kind of thing I don't mention. So, and this is a fact because I can tell you, this is just one of the challenges, the creative challenge, we some of the artists there so they go through. I've listened to so many podcasts, I've listened to so many of them, so many interviews where then self don't talk out with them mouth. See, the industry drove them to that point. Also, the need for satisfy the insatiable audience and the insatiable music managers and money managers for continue for give them money. Because most of them actually really only care about the art. Like a true authentic artist, a true authentic musician only care about that. They don't care. That money side, yes, if the money come, you go enjoy them as part of them. You go enjoy them. The money is secondary. Then care more about the art. That is why it's easy for people and bad people and come around them, dupe them, and do them bad. Because their focus is entirely on the arts for make people dance. And they get a call. I don't know if this person want say something. Hello, good evening. You did talk to Mulku. This
Hello?
I talk to M Show. Yes, good evening. Which name outside they call from?
They come from Cuba.
Yeah.
So the problem is like let me just start the weather today. So Monday is amazing music anyway. I will do everything. Me what culture I mean Cuba me the not to me to talk. So no waiting the more let me just in this country now the estimate we don't get like Nigeria so the important estimate then within the studio that and the bone if it's a lawyer will not get better studio for say musicians they will sing music where the made the crowd is the boom in this country. That's a real issue in this country. So Saloma will submit.
Okay. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much. So as I be the try for say, so these are some of the challenges where it can really affect musicians, that creative state. And for less song fine, the energy has to be positive. If an artist do a song in with a bad energy, you would listen to the song, there's a high probability for make you receive that song in that same energy, especially if you listen to the words. Now there's a song where I can always this is a band where I like for listen to. Sorry, at the via small. So this is a band where I like for listen to. They're called Linkin Park. They're one of my favorite bands in the world. There's a particular song one day where I listen to the song, and then when I listened to the words of the song, I became depressed. And the song is called "In the End." For one reason or the other, that particular day, I paid attention to the words, and then when I come for realize what happened to the head of the former head of the band, Chester Bennington, I realized he end up killing himself. And then it dawned on me that this guy actually be the really tell people them waiting they about, waiting they happen to them, waiting they about for do, and waiting they go through in our life. We not focus on the words them. We only focused on how the rhythm, how the sound made us felt or made us feel. We not even listen to the message he was actually telling us or trying to tell us. And when Chester died, and I listened to that song, I felt so. In fact, anytime I listen to the song, I like it depressed me. And then it became real now to me. Say, oh, he was actually in a depressed state, in that same energy as he did do the song. So that's why that energy transfers to me directly, and I'm in a depressed state. So we have to understand also the kind of songs they listen to, and we understand what to the feed we brings them with. But again, let's not go to that. Let's just focus on, for now, the artist and some of the challenges within the face. We will cancel the audience their responsibilities, but Lord, these are some of the challenges them, because people really don't care about them. People really don't care about their personality. We don't really care about the artist and struggles. We only care about how they make we feel. And because of that, we see them as objects. And most of the time, because we see these artists as objects and we expect so much from them, we drive them into what is called loneliness, and we drive them to a very dark place. And then everybody really surround them only want take from them instead of being there for them. And then now in they actually make them turn out for become either addicts, some can end up for commit suicide, some can end up for wasting life because of this thing where we don't celebrate so much. Now we don't say we actually push them to the curb and to the edge. And so my advice to artists, for I close this side, is this. Eminem is one of the greatest rappers in the world, and at some point he was getting his inspiration from drugs. He had to actually go to rehab. He go to rehab twice before he come back, and for the sake of him picking Haley, he was able to restore himself. Similarly, the same for Lil Wayne. He was a addict. It was a Percocet addict. Maybe they call it in syrup. He drank syrup for life. Almost killed him. And delicately because of him became him able for restore. So I'm saying all of this to say those bad coping strategies, avoid them. These are not the kind of things you should be doing as an artist. It's not healthy. It not help you. You have to smoke 4-5 pack jamba for make you able for be creative and go to studio and go lay a song. You have to take tramadol, you have to take molly, you have to take ecstasy, you have to take vodi, you have to check so you go able to lay a song. Trust me, that song where they lay, me they listen to the song, I know they take the song seriously because the state where they that energy transfers to me. Energy is a very powerful thing. This is something I can't explain. Nature can't explain. Me not able to explain. I don't get that sensitive. I don't get that bandwidth for explain the power of frequency and energy. This way they listen to me so on radio or TV or wherever they listen to me so, it is controlled by frequency, radio waves, right? These are waves, and whatever energy are they actually transmit through these waves, are they transmit unto you now in the same way. How are they feel here? That's exactly or similar to which you self they feel if you pay attention to it, as they say. So energy very powerful and it's transferable. It's very, very powerful. So if you go inside a booth for go do a song, or somebody will get a talent now, you want to become an artist, be mindful, be watchful, be careful. This is a very, very bad, it's a very evil, not so bad stuff, it's a very evil trade craft. You have to watch yourself. You have to find ways to stay grounded. You're not going to allow the devil, you're not going to allow the fame, you're not going to allow the people the insatiable hunger for eat you soul up. If not, you will lose yourself, you will lose your life. So easy, the people where they die for, then will still continue to enjoy yourself. So, as an artist, avoid negative coping strategy. Don't involve in drugs. don't involve in smoking, don't involve in drinking, don't involve in taking any synthetic drugs. Depend on your talent. Just search deep, go deep. Avoid toxic people. Avoid people the way they suck up that positive energy for make you put yourself in creative state. Avoid that environment usai constantly they know they appreciate or validate you. Put yourself in positions usai people elevate you, people trust you, people believe in your talent. Seclude yourself. Writers like well, it's debatable. I mean, you might say what you want to say. J.K. Rowling's he's part of the creative industry. She wrote the Harry Potter novels. When they ready for write, they left him family. They go on a mountain, New Zealand. They did it for years. Now they sit down, isolating himself entirely and writing book. Not of because he not like in family, yo. No, now because she needs to be in that creative state and maintain that creative state for keep writing. Now, arguably, people then go argue me say, there have been writers, there have been artists, there have been other creatives we don't involve in plant-based medicines like ayahuasca, plant-based medicines like mushrooms, or other plant-based medicines like what's it called now? It's called acid, but not the street name now. And the LSD, all those plant-based medicine. Well, LSD is quote unquote in the middle, but not to that I talk about now. But all of these, some are not involved in them, and some are arguably will say, "Oh, it helped me stay in that creative state for able to make a write and able to make a think and able to make a give my audience these things." But just imagine the constant need for satisfy this audience, the constant need for give you finds them the best, the constant if you don't give this particular song, people don't like them. Imagine now you get for think about the next song we get for give them has to be bigger than Nande and better than Nande. Imagine the pressure with some of these artists they under. I am guilty of it. I not even pull myself out there. Now because I'm guilty, make I come and tell you this. I am guilty of saying, "Well, this artist now rubbish sing." After I don't do the first song, the song so nice, so powerful. This is now one hit wonder. I'm guilty of it, and that's why I'm saying these are actually mortal man. They're not humans. Them. So if you criticize them with some grace. Show some small grace. You understand? Show them some small grace, and if they do it even before them face, do it with respect, because it's so damning for let somebody don't spend time and put something out there, and then this thing is being condemned and criticized in their face in a very brutal manner. You don't know what in that person they go the way they go, they don't fall asleep, the mental state where they did. And so I'm saying all of this to you for be a creative in this creative industry. It's a tough path. It's a really challenging path in our life. It's hard for them. It's tough for them. So apply some grace so that, and give them ideas how to be positive ideas, how to go back into that creative state, for giving them best, for write the best songs, the best lyrics, for write that heart, So I get on podcast so I listen to every morning, every day actually, the Breakfast Club, and they are a huge fan of Major Blige, a huge fan of Major Blige, and one of the favorite songs that he always plays, "Be Happy," and that's a song Major wrote when she was in a very depressed state, because she wanted that song for be like an inspiration for make it in that state of be happy. So she professed and manifested be happy, so it will actually come up from the depressed state and be happy. And then so the guy they jokingly say, Charlamagne the God is they jokingly say, if you left to Wale Meiji, always lady in the very depressed states, like a man problem, man blubber case. So you go to give you the best songs, because every time she's depressed, every time she's in a very bad state, that's when we get the best music from Meiji. Imagine how selfish we are for let somebody, an artist, they constantly let it in a very bad and poor mental states just because while they give you the best songs ever. And so this is how humans are. We're extremely selfish, inconsiderate, and we don't care. We only see you as an object. Once you start putting yourself out there as an artist, as a musician, you automatically become an object. You automatically nobody needs sorry for you because you actually, well, not to this part of the world. Other part of the world, they give them money. Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm free. They did that. Go YouTube, go Google, and download them. But other parts of the world, because they give you money, they pay you. That's the currency for own you, and that's absolutely unfair on the part of these artists. So these are some of the challenges artists in the face. Artists in the creative industry. It's not, like I say, it might apply to you if you're an artist now, or if you intend for going to that space. Start thinking about it, because whether you like it or not, you will face one or two of these things. Another challenge where I think artists in the face, now once they start getting that notoriety, and then comes the wolves in sheep's clothing around them. Then comes the people away they can't rip them off. Then comes the hypocrites, and then comes people away one for can make money on top of their creativity. That is something where it can difficult for identify, because human nature, as you don't do your song, so you want to let them validate the song, you want to let people then praise the song, and so what's in there happen, the people already come around you. Now one way they come, the song you dope, you're a brilliant artist. I see you for go Grammy Awards, I see you for win Grammy Awards, I see you for go better awards next year. Begin to say all the feel good words then to you, tell you all the things that you want for you. Then they inflate, of course, your ego. Then they bloat, then they bloat your ego, they make you feel good. Then they feed that part of your soul we need you for make you feel good and feel like you are the best. Naturally, so we want them. And then guess what? The people away actually they tell you the true things where they whisper the things in your ears, wait for make you careful, tell you exactly how for travel this path. You don't want to listen to them. Those are the people you kindly push away, because they need to tell you it's your YA. They need to feed that inflated ego we don't get because of your fame, pride on kind side. Automatically you don't call yourself a quote unquote celebrity, and that's how you forgetting that position in life comes with a very, very, very steep price. And if you are not grounded, well grounded, whether you grounded in spirituality, you grounded in the Bible, in Jesus, you grounded in whatever it is, meditation, whether you grounded in perhaps so what I mean grounded, I mean that thing where you go to where they humble you. You constantly need that. If you don't have that in your life and you're not an artist or will be artist, the arrogance will take you to some place, because you actually need the arrogance for it really make you perform at the highest level. But trust me, that same arrogance is going to become your curse, and then it bring you down. So it's a yin and a yang. What I mean yin and a yang, you get to understand, say life it's a balance. You get to understand that same thing where they drive you to your dreams is the same thing where they bring you down if you're not careful, if you're not watching. And so be mindful of the people in which they get around you. Be mindful of the people in which they elevate your ego, because these are the same people who will bring you down. We're going to take a short break and we'll come back. We will continue with some of these challenges.
So only party when look down on me, where don't make me feel like say my life no good become something, and they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, They say come office today, tomorrow next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now, it don't get better now. Famous and the name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a flight to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I they buy now. Turn up, cause me I know they turn down. I know they run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing.
I never tried it. Shake up your body, yeah. Let me the next all man the gladiator. Shake up your body to the beat, yeah.
For this one where we there, people go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The reason why someone go stay, now only God know. The reason why someone go go, now God himself know. Me brother, me I don't go regret. If you decide
Yes, so welcome back again. This is now your favorite talk show, the Talk to M show, where they come to you every Tuesday on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And thank you for being a part of the show. If you listen to me on Facebook, on radio as well, thank you. You can be a part of the show. You can call on 079 994 993, and or you can comment on Facebook, or you can send a text message. We go either, and then so that at least you will be a part of the show. Thank you for connect. If you just join me, we did talk about the challenges creatives face, and people away they into the creative industry, especially in the entertainment industry. Now they talk about, and we just narrowed down the conversation. The try for narrow and down as much as possible, so I know we make it too big. For now, I focus on the artist, on the creatives, and not on the other factors and variables that were involved. So let me take this call from. Oh, okay. I think that flash. No, I not call you. So as I be talk just now, I say the other challenge is the people that you get around you. And that is what success breeds. Success breeds, a lot of haters. I've been listening to another podcast where somebody they say it says just human nature. We lift people up, and we the same people we lift people up. Now we back one for see that person they don't. It's just I don't know. I can't explain. I don't know if that's on social science. I don't know if now. It's not based on any research. It's not based on any social science research. I think it's just based on his opinion. But based on observations and based on in relation to people, the same people will lift you up. These are the same people who want to bring you down. And most of the time, that's what happens. When we see these artists, we hail them when they start. We give them the praise, we elevate them, we encourage them, and then once they get to certain peak, we begin pull them down, because we want to see them come back to a state. And so we have to be careful. If you're an artist and you're into the industry, whatever industry you are, whether you play music, whether you be careful, because that talent where you get, that whenever you in that state where you play music, where you play the instrument, you just flow, and you don't even know how you flow. You can't explain it. You yourself can never explain it. You can't, because it's a natural thing. You put yourself in you are in a trance, right? A flow state is like a trance where it's spiritual. You play, you don't even know how you play. Sometimes that person like you is like, wow, where's this come up from? Because you want to take the glory, they say, yeah, so at practice. You are different. Just accept you are different. Just accept you get a gift when you want get. Just accept you are blessed. You were selected. But if you were selected, if you were blessed, if you have that, that's a huge responsibility. And most of the time as an artist, we do not think about that responsibility. Most times, as a performer, you don't even think about the responsibility you owe to yourself, the responsibility you owe to your audience, the responsibility you owe to your children, your family. You don't think about it. You think about feeding your ego, and elevating yourself to the height where you want to elevate yourself to, where can be counterproductive and highly dangerous. And so, coming back to it, I say, be mindful to the people that will get around you, especially as a child artist or somebody way young with a child performer. Be mindful. Be careful. Justin Bieber is still struggling. He was in a very bad state, almost took his own life because he blew up quick. 7, 8 years, discovered 9, 10 years. He was all over the place by 14 or so, getting his first album, if I'm not mistaken. He blew up so fast in life. Did everything an adult supposed to do as a child. Go to all the places away an adult supposed to go as a child. And then he got to a point that nothing nobody gave him satisfaction in this life. And all the friends that we get around them, they were all fake friends. None of them were real. They all there around for either money. All of them there around that because he was young. And so, play like how picking for play. Enjoy like how picking for enjoy. Gonna play gun, gonna cinema, do what him picking for do. He was busy going on tours, he was busy doing interviews, he was busy making money, he was busy performing, he was busy writing music, he was being forced, cooped up in a room with adults. And so, this life, you need jump stage. You need jump stage. And so he got to a point, he went to a very depressed state because he missed all those stages. And now he's still struggling to find himself. Imagine all that money, all that fame, all that honor, all that waiting that. You're still unhappy. That's what happens when you are blessed with a responsibility and then you not surround yourself with the right people and stay grounded. That is what happened. That is your responsibility. You have to be smart enough for tell yourself, say, I have a responsibility. I need for surround myself with people away. They disagree with me. You cannot surround yourself with yes ma and yes sir people. People already just say all thing yes. Watch your circle if you surround yourself with such people. Don't surround yourself with yes men. Surround yourself with somebody who say nah, no, look, I lost it, don't discuss this thing. I don't think if I go down this path. Surround yourself with people where they disagree with you respectfully and where they also prefer solutions. These are your own. Not so people like yellow go so, yellow do so, yellow all go, yellow go. That's how you know your circle is faulty, something wrong. And then they feed off from you, whilst you said they feed off from them. So be very intentional about those challenges. Another thing, we're very important. Be careful with the person where they play with you money, where they handle your money. Be very careful with the person where they handle your monetary affairs. Most of the time as an artist, you are not a financial expert. I'm sure this is factual. And based on interviews, based on listening to people, listening to musicians, I have musician friends. These people actually not too know about money. They not care. They not, because true artists only focus on the craft and not too care about the money. Whether they're a performer, whether they don't understand it. And they don't want to spend more time, because once you start spending more time thinking about the money, that's how you start losing the creative jolts what you need for keep creating new songs, new music. So be careful of who manages you and who manages your money, because these are the people that will actually own your life. They actually own everything what you get. And you want the most trusted people around you for manage your money and manage you as an artist. If you watch the most successful artists in the world they like today, they're actually being managed by people away they trust, and some or most of them, they're not pick people way too far. I mean, Beyonce was managed by her mom. Yeah, her mom for a long time. Before, I think Mama and Papa, for a long time before she got another manager. All right, Burna Boy was managed by her mom, by his mom, for a long time. Now, my mama be the manager because his mama dey into the show business. She understands how the show business works, and it protects him picking. To a certain level, I think I understand. Say, don't get another new manager or something. So, most of the successful stars, comedians, artists, performers, they have been managed by people with their things and interest. Now, I know they say, "You mama or you closed one, no go dupe you." No, I know they say the people the way you feel say you for trust no go do you bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying vet these people, and at the same time keep an eye on your money, and at the same time let it not be people away too far from you. Even professionals, they will tiff you. If you go hire a professional body, then go tiff you. I've heard stories. Fat Joe, the company where he hire for managing money, and then the guy where supposed for the paying taxes, and then they do until they arrest him for tax evasion. Same thing to Wesley Snipes. I grew up watching Wesley Snipes all my life. I grew up watching that dude all my life. Passenger 57. I mean, all these beautiful movies. BOBO, the post where they manage in taxes, nobody paying taxes. He owed back taxes for years until he was caught up with the law. They locked him in jail. So be watchful of the people where they manage your money. It's your responsibility for be watchful, for encourage, for allow the people and for watch people where they come close to you, for manage your resources. Learn from the mistakes of others. Then say, smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Be wise and be smart all at the same time. Whatever category or whatever situation you find yourself. Learn from the stories of others. If you see that happen to that person, not say me own different, me only they happen, or not begin to laugh, begin to go na Facebook, social media, they blast for the person. No, when you see something bad happen to the next person, learn. Do not laugh, because you already carry big pass that person if you keep laughing. So, as an artist, that's a big challenge, and it's your responsibility for figure out how to tackle those challenges. It's your responsibility for vet everybody. Everybody has a history. Everybody have a history. If anybody within your circle will say, "Oh, I can't manage you, I can't this, I can't that, they can't manage your finances," you say a thief, diamond thief. Not ever allow your circle. Diamond, not ever allow your circle. Or then get money, you lot people, not allow your circle. If you don't exhibit that day, it do unto you. You know, so exception. At least help yourself. If it happen, if you did everything you can, but it still happened to you, you tried. You've done your best. It's your responsibility for manage people and with around you. And finally, as I round up, one of the other challenge within the face as an artist, especially for the man there, woman business. Yes, woman business. These are the once you start as a man, once you start, performing, doing songs, you really perform in that way people and they gravitate towards you. Your art can be either, if you're not a comedian, people and they gravitate towards your art. People they laugh, make people woman and they laugh, or you do a song and make woman and they, especially love songs, woman and they fall in love with you. Say you sabi sing, get fine voice. Trust me, they are going to come to you. You're not even goody. They're going to flock your way. And in history, woman don't bring down the most powerful of men. So, to exception. King Solomon was the wisest man in the world, and he was destroyed by women. Samson was the strongest man in the world. He was destroyed by a woman. And so you are not an exception. You have to be careful when you don't begin for when your art is being appreciated by people. I mean, they will carry you away, they will flock you away, then go be so easy. And because it's the first time you ever get that experience, imagine you don't go up, man, on one day look yourself, don't even geek on yourself. And now you don't pull the song, everybody dance to the song, and then they make the carry. That song is nice, so this one, blah blah blah. I can't find you, I can't this, that. Oh, you find and say, not so easy, and then full kind side. You begin to just do what you want to do. That's how people die. That's how the greatest of artists. I don't know if you know about Queen, the lead singer. The lead singer from the band Queen, right? That's how he died, Freddie Mercury. That's how he died. He was a powerful songwriter. It was a powerful, Freddie was out of this world. But at the end of the day, he died of HIV and AIDS. Eazy-E, same thing. Eazy-E, as part of the group where Dr. Dre all day, Ice Cube all day, straight out of Compton. Same thing, HIV and AIDS. You know, to exception. You don't turn to HIV, back by you. You have to be mindful of women. Be careful of the kind of women where they come around you. Be careful of women where they throw themselves at you when you don't get to the height. Be careful. But again, I get this, me personally, I get this philosophy. This is me. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying you for doing it as they say. If you really want, as a person, if you really want to succeed, I believe that my closest allies, my most trusted lieutenants, supposed to be women. Me, that's what me believe. That's my belief. If you really want to sustainably succeed in this world, as an entrepreneur, as anybody else, your closest lieutenant supposed to be women. Capable women, not a woman away, not sabi don't do. No, capable, qualified women, loyal women. If you get them by your side, you are bound to succeed, because the intuition of a woman is, I don't know, I think that is spiritual. 90% or 99%, that's what I say, of a woman's intuition is correct. Is right. Yes. If a woman see that woman day, tell a man say, I don't want to see that woman do. Sometimes you get a woman, I don't want to exchange words safe. No talk to her. The day when they begin exchange words, it's just natural. I don't know. I can't explain it. But a woman's intuition is mostly right. And so when a woman vet anybody when they come around you, listen to that woman. Not make cockiness. Be humble. Put your ego down and listen to it in that woman they tell you, because she's actually right. They sabi themselves. They know the Jezebel. They sabi themselves. They know. So you have to listen. So as an artist, as a performer, surround yourself with loyal women with insight, women with the fear of God, and not sleep with them. Do not mix emotions with pleasure. Do not. If you mistake, you go make the worst mistake in your life. Have them around you. Let them be your professional friends. Let them be your most trusted lieutenant, and you will see how they will protect you. Not wingman near you, because women, they always want to take the spot of other men. And at the same time, I'm not saying not to all man turn so. Becoming a man, the person will give me opportunities just to say, I'm easy. Not to all man turn so. Some man they fear God, and some man humble enough and secure enough for take the second spot, for support the next person. But I don't lie, they are few and far between. So, I don't exhaustively say, mention some of those challenges where if you as an artist and you as a performer and you as a musician, they go through as a person. It's your responsibility for identifying the challenges there, so, and figure out ways how to deal with those challenges. Get one woman, deal with that woman there, be faithful to her, and see where you life. We all think they fall into places. Everything they fall into places. Married. In fact, married. When you married, you deal with that woman there, and then you're faithful to them, everything falls into places. It's not easy, not so easy that they talk about, but not easy. But you have to do that if you really want to succeed, especially in the entertainment industry, and that is one of the hardest things for do. So, I'm not very much for say now. I go round up and say thank you for being a part of the show. I hope this monologue and these what I've said no go fall in deaf ears. It will appeal to one artist, one songwriter, one musician, one performer. It will appeal to somebody within the creative industry, and you will learn from these words. You will get opportunity for listen to the stories of this guy or these people. You will listen to me, and if you know somebody else, when an artist or a creative person, you will learn today for gear and grace, and encourage that person there for put them in the right path. Make the person get the right energy for continue for create, because creating is a very tough thing for do. It's hard, it's challenging. So I have been your host, Mulko Sulaiman Bangura, and this is not the favorite talk show, your favorite talk show, the Talk to M show, where they come to you every Tuesday on Epic Radio 99.3. Until next week, I will see you next week, and next week we'll continue with conversation on the visa ban, and then I hop into the same conversation about creatives and what they experience, and I will bring people here. They will help me. We will bring artists, musicians, performers. We will dissect this conversation, and then see if you go read their own side of the story. Until then, good night and have a great evening.
Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now. It don't better now. Famous and the name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a fly to Dubai now.